Let us now go to visual diagnosis of the skin. The topic is skin texture, skin of forearm, coolie, and body hair. Apart from the color, other aspects of the skin should be considered, such as luster, moisture, texture, and growths. A body skin with luster indicates a good state of body fluids and of the lungs, stomach, and liver. The moisture of the skin reflects the nourishment of the skin by body fluids and blood. A normal moist state of the skin, therefore, reflects a healthy state of body fluids and blood and of the liver and kidneys primarily. The skin should be firm but elastic, and its surface should be smooth. This reflects a healthy state of the lungs and spleen. A rough texture may be due to lung qi deficiency, whereas if the skin feels hardened, it may indicate dampness or blood stasis. Growths may take the form of vesicles, papules, pustules, moles, warts, and so forth. Skin of the forearm. Besides palpation, the skin of the inner aspect of the forearm should be observed for slackness, tightness, moistness, dryness, protrusion, and shrinking. If the inner aspect of the forearm looks slack and loose, it indicates heat. If it is tight, it indicates cold, and if the forearm is moist, it indicates wind invasion. If it is dry, it indicates blood or yin deficiency. If the forearm skin seems to be protruding, it indicates a full condition. If it looks shrunken and withered, it indicates an empty condition. The space between the skin and the muscles is a coolie. The term coolie is very difficult to translate. Ku means space and li means stria. Together, coolie generally refers to the space between skin and muscles. That is, the superficial space above the main channels where the defensive qi flows and where sweat is present. The space between skin and muscles should not be taken literally in an anatomical sense. It should be intended energetically as a superficial layer of the body where defensive qi circulates. The space between the skin and muscles is where the defensive qi flows and sweat originates. The state of the space can be deduced by observing the state of the pores, sweat, and skin texture. One should differentiate between a state of openness or closure and one of looseness or tightness. The state of openness or closure of the space between the skin and the muscles can be judged by the presence or absence of sweating. The presence of sweating indicates that the space between the skin and muscles is open, either through heat or yang deficiency, and its absence indicates that the space is closed. A state of excessive openness of the space between skin and muscles facilitates the invasion of external pathogenic factors, whereas a state of excessive closure renders the person prone to fever and generally heat. If the skin is tight and thick, it indicates that the space between skin and muscles is tight, which is due to a full condition of the triple burner and bladder. If the skin is loose and thin, it indicates that the space between the skin and muscles is loose, which is due to an empty condition of the triple burner and bladder. The body hair indicates the state of the lungs. One should examine its moistness, luster, and integrity. If the body hair is lustrous, it indicates good lung qi. If it is not, it indicates weak lung qi. If the body hair is strong and long, it indicates good qi and blood. If it is short and weak, it indicates deficiency of qi and blood. If the body hair is brittle and breaks easily, it indicates weak lung qi. If the body hair stands on end, it indicates an invasion of wind cold. If the body hair falls off, it indicates lung heat or lung qi deficiency. Thank you so much for your attention.